Helicopter pilots focused on looking for bright spots that could be tents or clothing, as well as smoke from campfires. 4 canine teams were brought in, whose dogs were trained to search for both living people and human remains. The dogs were given Kevin and Julia's clothes from their home to familiarize themselves with, after which the dog handlers began their work from the car in the parking lot, moving along the trail. However, 8 days after the couple was last confirmed to have been in the area, the scent trail was already very weak and scattered. The dogs showed interest at various points along the trail several times. Still, they were unable to pick up a consistent scent that would lead the searchers off the main route. In parallel with the field work, investigators conducted interviews. They re-interviewed family and friends to compile a detailed list of all the equipment the couple had, including the colors and brands of clothing, tents, and backpacks. A tourist from Tennessee, who was the last person to see the Holmeses, was interviewed. His testimony did not contain any new information other than confirming that the couple appeared calm and did not express any concern. Investigators also began interviewing other tourists who had registered to visit the park between July 19th and 26th. It was during these interviews that information first emerged that was not considered key at the time. Several unrelated tourists reported contact with an aggressive man in the area west of the Art Loeb Trail. The descriptions were consistent: a white man aged between 50 and 60 with an unkempt gray beard, dressed in old camouflage clothing. According to the tourists, he appeared suddenly from the forest, behaved aggressively, demanded that they leave his land, and in one case, threatened physical violence. However, he did not display a weapon. These reports were recorded, but at that time, the primary focus was on finding traces of an accident, a fall from a cliff, injuries, or an encounter with a wild animal, such as a black bear. By the end of the second week of the search on August 10, 2005, the intensity of the operation began to decline. During this time, search teams covered hundreds of miles of trails and rough terrain. All known campsites, shelters, streams, and peaks in the couple's presumed location were searched. Absolutely nothing was found. No tents, no backpacks, no clothing, no traces of a camp. The large-scale operation was officially called off. The investigation went from active to passive. The case of Kevin and Julia Holmes was classified as a disappearance under unclear circumstances. They vanished into the forest, leaving no clues for those who were looking for them. After the official end of the active search phase in August 2005, the case of Kevin and Julia Holmes' disappearance was transferred to the Criminal Investigation Department of the Buncombe County Sheriff's Office. It was given the status of a cold case. This meant that although the case was not closed, active investigative efforts were suspended until new information or significant clues emerged. Over the next few months, the Holmes and Albright families, not satisfied with the authorities' inaction, took matters into their own hands. They organized several search parties with friends and volunteers, which took place in September and October 2005, before the cold weather set in. These searches focused on less obvious and more remote areas of the park that they believed had not been reached by official groups. They also hired a private investigator from Charlotte who spent 3 months conducting his own investigation, re-interviewing witnesses, and reviewing case files. None of these initiatives yielded any results. No new witnesses were found. No items belonging to the missing couple were found.